I came home from school one day because, I was getting tired of it. I was like, I can't take it anymore. So I was gonna, commit suicide. My name is Logan, and I'll be a sophomore at Beach High School. I was kind of struggling with an addiction back then, and I struggled with that addiction for a couple of months. And, as that addiction kind of got worse, I fell into depression. And so it kind of just left me feeling alone and hopeless for a very long time. And I really didn't know what to do with my life anymore. I'd always grown up in church. I would always go every Sunday if I could. My parents would take me since around the age 5. And, I would always go and sit there and listen. But as soon as I would leave, it kind of just left my head and I never thought about it again. And that kind of just left me feeling like, well, like, what's the point of this? Like, why am I even going if I'm not taking anything away from it? Which kind of led to, leading to darker places. And like at that time, I was kind of just distancing myself from everyone and kind of just putting myself in situations to be alone and separated because I really didn't want anyone to see me struggling with this addiction or struggling with depression because I thought that, it would make me seem weak or I thought I'd get made fun of it. So I felt kind of like almost too dirty to go to God. I knew that He would listen, but I didn't feel like He would accept me for who I was whenever I was at that lowest point because I felt like there was nobody that would even accept me or listen to me if I told anybody about it. I came home from school one day and my mom was like, you should try this Wednesday night thing. Like, I think you would love it. And I'm like, all right, fine. Because I really didn't want to make her feel bad or anything. So I just sat on my phone and kind of zoned out there in service. And I remember Chef was just talking. I was zoned out. But then he said, bow your heads and close your eyes. So I was like thinking the service is going to be over. So whenever I bow my head, he's like, all right, let's do something we don't normally do. I really feel God calling it. And he's like, raise your hand if you want to get closer to Christ. He's like, all right, everybody open your eyes. Oh man, I can't even explain it. Like, just for two people that I didn't even know just to come up and hug me, it just felt like it meant the world to me. It felt like God was the one giving me the hug. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It just felt like so emotionally connecting after being distanced for so long from everyone. I always known like, who God was and like what He could do, like, the Sunday service kind of stories or whatever. And I knew like who He was, but whenever He said that, I really felt like, okay, this is my chance to actually grow a connection with Him rather than just know who He was and, the things He has done and what He can do for me. Surrender to Jesus in that moment to me meant, giving Him my worries and, that addiction and the problems I was going through. For what I would say now, what it means to me is, not only giving Him the lows, but also giving Him the highs, just kind of giving everything to Him, the glory, the good and the bad. Through that season, it showed me that my life was a lot more than just sports or friends or, popularity. It was trying to build a life for Him. I started reading my Bible more. I started praying more and spending, intimate time with God. And then outwardly, I started, joining Bible groups and Bible studies and going to church with actual intentions of learning and, gathering the information that I could use later or even in my life now. I would say Jesus is worth giving everything to because, you can have everything in the world, but without Jesus, it means nothing. But if you have nothing in the world, but you have Jesus, it means everything.